Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I have an intuitive soul message for you today. This is going to focus on messages from your soul, higher self, and guides, communicating the lessons that you need to be learning or that your soul is trying to teach you at this time. Okay, this message focuses more on the direction that your soul would like you to go. And it is a collective reading, so please keep that in mind. We'll be looking at energy patterns, but the specifics are going to be different for everyone. If you are interested in a private reading, I do offer those. You can you can find out how to sign up on my website. The link is listed below. Okay, last little bit of news. I am also going to create an extended reading for you that expands this particular reading's message. We'll just find out more information and keep the story going. Okay. Message for Gemini, please. Okay, the jackal, the truth, sacrifice the bull, and power the deer. Whoa. Gemini. These are extremely ancient, powerful energies coming through these cards right now. It's time to look at the truth of what you have given up, how you have been giving away your power, how you have been giving away your ability to do what you really love at the fullest expression of it, okay? It's like you're being asked to face how you've allowed part of yourself to die. I know that sounds really dramatic, but you've allowed part of yourself to just kind of wither and die away by giving it up for something else. And in that, the opportunity cost of allowing that part of yourself to die is the loss of power, the loss of ability to stand up for yourself, the loss of ability to do what you really want to do. So let's say, is it just a silly example, that I really love lifting weights, but I start a new relationship or I start a job that doesn't allow me to have the schedule and the freedom I did before to lift weights. So what happens to my muscles? They're going to atrophy. And they're not going to be able to do what I used to do before. And that's what I see happening with you, Gemini, on the psychic, spiritual, emotional level, that you've given up part of yourself that you haven't been willing to face, but you've given up part of yourself. And it's time for you to be aware of that. And it's also time for you to acknowledge that. We got 44 and 11 on each side of this bull in the middle, which is 4. And so you've locked yourself into this structure that, having given up this part of yourself, you're locked in to your situation, to choices that you're forced to make. But you've got portals on either side of that structure, 44 and 11. 44 isn't usually a portal, but I feel like it is with this card, with the jackal energy. You've got doorways to something else. And funny, the horns are kind of pointing at those two doorways. Can you see that? So you have a chance to get out of this, but you have to first become aware. Okay. I'm going to ask for 2 things. I'm going to ask where the soul wants you to go. I'm going to ask where you are. Okay. Come on. Small hands, big deck. Not the most efficient combination. All right. Okay, middle 3 for Gemini is 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, Rebirth. Where does the soul want you to go? King of Wands, King of Swords, 4 of Cups. Okay. So Gemini, let's start with where you are. You're at this point of needing to make a judgment, needing to make a decision about this life direction. But you are very much stuck in your head about this, and you're trying to figure out ways through, ways around, but you end up always just going back and forth, never able to fully make a decision or commit to where your soul is asking you to go. So you're at this point where you can't go backwards. Your soul has taken you through this passage and you can't go back to the way you were, but you're also just having a hard time going forward. And what your soul wants you to do, this is interesting because in a personal reading, these two kings had come up earlier this week for me. Four of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands. Leave behind that feeling of, I don't really feel like doing it anyway. I don't really, just that meh feeling of indifference. Come up with a strategy and put that strategy into action. Your way of thinking right now is not actually strategy focused. It's like busy work. Have you ever had to do busy work for work or school? You're just going through the motions of doing something, but it's not with the intention of actually getting anywhere or leading yourself to a better place. You have to take this leap into a leadership role. You have to take this leap into wanting to take command of your future, wanting to, it's committing to yourself, but it's like that. It's a big leap that, and like seeing this chasm that you're stuck on one side where you need to go is here. And you're being asked, your soul is saying, okay, step up. You've got to step up to the plate and take a swing. Okay. And you're not doing that. You're going through the motions of going to practice and looking like you're doing everything you can, but you're not in the position yet of wanting to take command. So, okay, this might take us on a little bit of a rigmarole, but when you're doing math problems or when you did math in school, there were some problems that you knew you could solve. And because of that, you went into them and you found solutions and you got the answer. If you were ever confronted with something you didn't believe you could solve, if you really believed you could not solve it, there is no way you could come up with an answer. Okay? If the belief in the outcome isn't there, then there is no way that you can get from point A to point B. So if you do not believe that you have the leadership capabilities, if you do not believe you have the potential to take command of your life, you won't. And that's where we're back to here. How much of yourself have you given away? How much of your autonomy have you given away? If you feel like you can't take control and take command of your life now, if you feel like you can't do this, it's because of this, because of what you've given away. And you've also given away the belief in your own power. It's not just that the muscle has atrophied, you've given away the belief. Really interesting, the colors here. And the sword, King of Swords, is someone who's looking at the truth. Okay? So, his meaning is find a strategy, but really look at the truth of what you're doing. Really look at the truth of what you've been doing to yourself. Jackal just fell on the floor here. It's really time to face the truth, Gemini. This has been a very psychically damaging choice for you. A very energetically damaging choice. All right. The best way out of this, Gemini, is to start with the awareness. Start with the awareness of exactly what you've given away, okay? Once you become aware, you have a chance to choose to believe in your leadership, okay? But it's going to be a process, and I believe to get the rest of the story is going to involve getting a little bit more information, going a bit deeper. So I'm going to delve into that in the extended. So if you'd like to find out the rest of the story and how this all ends, please follow me over there, and I'll see you soon. Link is in the description below.